Yeah. Thank you for the very warm reception. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Dead Talk with Kenny. This is the second episode of DTWK. There we go. DTWK, Dead Talk with Kenny. Second episode. We are coming off of. Well, I'm coming off of a kind of a crazy birthday weekend. I did some stuff, and let's just say that if I look tired, that's because I am very tired. Didn't sleep much this weekend. Was a bit preoccupied with some stuff. Not gonna elaborate, but anyway, let's talk about what we're here to talk about in the first place. The latest episode of The Walking Dead. So basically, let's get right to it, I guess. Waste no more time. So right now, I've got the two main topics I want to talk about, which is the governor and Rick Grimes finally having their one-on-one, face-to-face conversation, and Glenn and Merle's scuffle in the prison. So, let's get to it. So, since the governor was introduced, I think that almost everybody was awaiting for the eventual face-off between Rick Grimes and the governor. And it finally happened. We weren't really led to expect it to happen in this episode. What we saw was basically Rick just walking into a room or a building, whatever, with Daryl, watching his back, and then all of a sudden the governor, badass as he is, emerges from the shadows. Like, we have a lot to talk about. It's like, whoa, shit. And apparently it was made apparent that Andrea, governor's, I guess, girlfriend or whatever, she was the one that arranged the meeting between Rick Grimes and the governor. I think his name is Philip Blake or something like that. And they had a bit of a one-on-one, try to settle the differences, stop with the ambushes, all that stuff. Too many innocent people have already lost their lives with this little back and forth with the governor's people and Rick's people. So we have the two leaders of the groups colliding, or meeting, whatever you want to say, to try to settle the differences. I don't know, I mean, they really didn't seem to, reach any kind of, conclusion at all. Basically, it seemed that they were just, taunting each other and trash-talking each other the whole time, taking little jabs at each other. In the meantime, back at the prison, Glenn is pretty much leading everybody. Although, one thing I do want to say is that one of my friends pointed out to me the fact that it was Herschel, Daryl, and Rick going to this meeting that Rick was having with the governor, and it appeared that Herschel was the one that drove. So you're going to make a guy that has one leg drive a car? I don't know. Even though you only use one leg to drive, whatever, doesn't matter. I just wanted to point that out for some reason. Anyway, so back at the prison, Glenn is pretty much the leader there, because he's the only Merle's there too, but Merle is still trying to earn back the prison's trust. I did find it interesting how Glenn and Maggie seem to be I don't want to say cooperating with Merle, but they're not at each other's necks. You know what I mean? Because when Glenn and Maggie were captured by Merle, and Merle beat the living fuck out of Glenn. And by the way, must I say that unless I missed something, which is possible, but whatever. But unless I missed something, Glenn's wounds, like his nasty eye, they seem to heal pretty quickly from Merle's beatdown. Just wanted to point that out. So once again, this episode and the episode the week before that of The Walking Dead, just correct me if I'm wrong, but it doesn't really seem like much is happening. It's because last week's episode was just Michonne, Rick, and Carl going back to Rick's hometown to get guns, I think, and ammo, and then he just so happened to meet up with Morgan again. Then in this episode, it just jumped back and forth between Rick and the governor, and then at the prison with Glenn and Merle and Maggie and everyone else. One thing I will point out for I don't know why, but I will point out is the fact that that little sex scene with Glenn and Maggie, I didn't really think that was necessary at all to show that much, but you know, whatever. And what else happened in that episode? Oh, right, the thing that I found the most interesting out of the whole episode, because again, really not much happened. Just that I just want to say that with basically each and every week, I am just falling more in love with the governor. David Morrissey's portrayal of him is so exceptionally well. It's so good. Like I said last week, it's reaching Buzzcut Shane levels of awesomeness. And I did when it showed Rick and the governor talking to each other, you know, drinking their whiskey and shit. I felt the tension, man. I felt the tension, yeah. I felt almost as much tension as I did with every scene that Shayna was in after the buzz cut. It wasn't quite there, but it was so close. Like, David Morrissey is so good as the governor. He is so good. He is I'm going on record. He is badass. David Morrissey is badass as the governor. You heard it here first. I think his portrayal is so goddamn good. It's so good. It's so convincing and everything. And just the way he delivers his lines, the way he somewhat smirks, like subtly smirks when Rick says something that he doesn't like and everything. It's so good. So basically, they couldn't come to an agreement. So therefore, the governor came up with this offer. All right, look, takes off his eye patch to show his nasty looking eye. Ugh, God, it makes me cringe every time I see it. It's oh god damn, it's ridiculous. So he takes off his eye patch, shows off his nasty ass eye. He's like, "You give me Michonne, and this is all over. I won't come after you. I won't come after your people. There will be no more attacks from me." Rick is clearly thinking about it, but he's a bit hesitant because for some reason he really likes Michonne. Wait, oh, probably because last week Rick was like, "So what do you think of her?" to Carl, and Carl's like, "She's one of us." Like, ooh, come on. I just do not like Michonne at all. She's just the actress. I think her name is Danny Garia or something like that. She's trying way too hard to look intimidating. It just comes off as incredibly forced, and it just looks so freaking stupid. I cannot stand her portrayal. It's so bad. To the point where I want both her and Andrea to just fuck off. I don't care if they ride off into the sunset waiting for another day or if they get killed off. I don't care. So Rick is like, "So how do I know I can trust you? How do I know that if I do give you Michonne, you're going to keep your word?" And I don't remember what the governor said in exchange. But basically he said, "If you give me Michonne, you won't have to worry about the safety of your people because I don't care." Oh, that's right. He said, "Rick, I've told you before, I'll tell you again. I don't care about you at all. Just give me Michonne and this is all over. And if you don't give me Michonne, well then, looks like we have war on our hands." So I am really hoping that Rick gives Michonne to the governor because I cannot stand Michonne. I just cannot stand her at all. What else happened in the episode? That's pretty much the episode in a nutshell. So where do I think this is going? Well, Rick lied to his people, said, that he basically said that the governor wants them all dead, which is not exactly lying, but at the same time, it's not the entire truth. All he wants is Michonne. If he doesn't get Michonne, then he'll want everybody dead. But if he gets Michonne, I don't care about your other people. And then he told Herschel in secret he wants Michonne, and then Herschel's like, "Why didn't you tell them that?" Rick says, "Because I want them in fear. I want them scared. I want them afraid. I want them intimidated because they have to be." I guess in a way I do agree with what Rick's saying because if you back somebody into a corner when they're really afraid, you best believe they're gonna do whatever it takes to get the hell out of that corner. Like, you know, like in real life, like right now in my personal life, I feel that way too. I'm not gonna elaborate, so don't even bother asking me why I feel this way. But I am kind of backed into a wall in my personal life right now, and I am trying hard to get out of this corner and, you know, make some shit happen, you know, and so therefore I know where Rick's coming from. Because if somebody's backed into a corner, they're going to fight tooth and nail to get the hell out of that corner. It's just the way we are, you know? If we're not feeling threatened, then we're not going to try our hardest to, you know, do whatever needs to be done. So, yeah, you know what? I agree with Rick. Because if you're back to, like I've said like a couple of times by now, if you feel threatened, you're going to do your damn best to get the hell out of this corner you're in and just, like, stare your enemy in the face and say, yo, you know? So, what do I think it's going? I do not think Rick is going to give the governor Michonne. I don't think it. I don't think so. I think, let's see. I think there's 3 more episodes left for this season. I really don't know what's going to happen. Like I'm not sure. Although I'm not liking how Daryl is taking like a back seat to everything, you know, because like Rick is really good right now because he's finally like taking charge and shit, putting his foot down, but at the same time, I think I want more Daryl. So that's it for this edition of Dead Talk with Kenny. If you have any questions whatsoever about the show, what do I think? Where do I think this is going to go? What do I think of this guy? What do I think of that guy? What do I think is going to happen to this person? Please, by all means, submit your questions, submit your feedback, and who knows, maybe it could get featured on the next episode of Dead Talk with Kenny. For now, I'm Kenny, and I'm out. Bye-bye.